to talk for a moment about what we just talked about on the Hangout on Air. The Hangout on Air show was part of the Inspirational Businesswoman show. And we were talking about the triple F formula for entrepreneurial online success with Marianne Schenk. And she has been generous enough to come join us here today over on Blab to share her brilliance with anyone here who wants to stop in and say hi. We appreciate your coming by. And here comes Lynn again. So,
oh, good.
All right, Lynn, how are you doing?
There. Now, can you hear me all right?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So all these little technical challenges, are something that you deal with when you're dealing with free live streaming technology.
Well, it's a great opportunity to meet you, Marianne, and see you again, Virginia. And I really liked, you condensed a lot in the short amount of time that you were on.
Thank you.
I really thought it was great, your wrap up about taking action and going forward even if you don't feel comfortable. Because I think that that's the key. I mean, I myself have dealt with that, continue working through that, which the perfectionistic trait.
Yeah, and as Virginia mentioned, it's just so helpful to have someone just push us and keep us accountable. Sometimes that person is a mentor. Sometimes it's a person in a group that we're in. Sometimes, although rarely, it's someone we actually know. But someone who can really keep us going and keep us accountable for our actions just seems so important. Left to our own devices, we throw up our hands and give up.
Yeah. Well, who were your mentors, Marianne?
I was blessed with the most wonderful partner in the entire world. When things started going bad, like when I threw the phone at my former attorney boss, she was the one who really said, you got to get online and do your business now. She readily admitted she didn't know a silly thing about online businesses, and I didn't know a whole lot at that point, but she was the one who had faith that I could do it. And as I learned things, I would tell her about, not really teach her per se, but tell her about different types of monetization and promotion and how to handle different things online. And she remembered everything I said. And as the years went by, she was the one who reminded me along the way, well, you told me that you could do this and this and this. Well, why not try this and this and this? So I was so blessed to have someone with me who cared enough to learn it and to. It was more than encouragement. She was pushing me to do it. She really felt I could do it and should do it, and that's what life should be like.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, it was. It was just wonderful. And I know so few people have that. There are so many people who tell me their spouses just don't understand what they do. And it's tough. There's a learning curve before money really starts coming in. So it's tough for people to go through this whole learning curve and get their business up and market it and then get money coming in and say, see here, I really did know something.
That's true. I wanted to ask you one other question. How do you handle when you have more than one target market that you're addressing? I'd love to get your insights on that.
I'd probably tackle them one at a time. You can only do so much. You only have so much time, so much energy. When you've got two strong target markets, take one and focus on it. When that one is under control and you've got it going, then go back and get the second. Go after it. And I'm envious as heck that you have two.
Well, you, Marianne, said yourself that you've worked in several niches and some have not worked out and others have worked out. And what you really emphasized is the importance of doing some of that research first. Right. So that you can determine, and maybe it's not even that your niche is wrong. Maybe it's the keywords that you're using that people are not searching for. So part of it is also determining what are the best keywords. Do you have any other advice on that?
Yeah, I have found Google to be incredibly helpful in that. In Google searching, they've gotten so sophisticated over the years. Now when you put in a search up at the top, they very often put in something, did you mean? And the did you means will often have what you really did mean. in the terms that they use in their technology and the terms that most people seem to use. And also when you do a Google search, if you scroll way down to the bottom of the page, you can see other suggestions for other related topics. And very often those key in much tighter to what you're looking for. So that's been just a blessing since they've gotten so sophisticated doing that. They'll fix spellings for you. They'll give you ideas. They've gotten really good at that.
Lynn, you're muted. And I want you to give Lynn some examples because I'm not sure why your sound is going in and out.
Okay, examples of.
Well, you had talked about, if you could work with someone and give them some ideas. I'd love you to give Lynn some ideas.
Oh, okay.
So,
do you know Lynn's general type of business?
Well, Lynn's got some, she's doing a lot of stuff, talking about a few niches going on here. Some are broader than others. So Lynn, type it in over in the comment section right now, and then go out and come back in again, because I want you to be able to talk. I'm not sure what's going on. She said, 1 second. I'm working on lip reading here. Type over on the right. That way. That way. Down here. Oh, funny.
Hi, Summer. See that you have joined us.
Summer just popped in. Hey, Summer, what we're talking about is, okay, what are you typing in? That's it. That's where you're typing.
That's it.
Oh, and while you're at it, we are really talking about some powerful business ideas to get your online business up and running fast and profitably with Marianne Shank, who is a woman in business pro that you really want to hear from. So we're welcome to have anyone else come and join us. And also over on the left-hand side of the screen, make sure that you tweet on that Tell a Little Bird so other people know that we're here and what we're discussing, because this is powerful stuff. Now, Lynn is asking niches, nonprofits in education, healthcare, social services, and entrepreneurs. I'm calling them difference makers. I also realize they are different target markets. So
Yeah,
Lynn, go out and
different.
come back in so you can talk again. I'm not sure what's up, but we're recording this and she's going to start to talk about it for you. Here she is. Let's try it again and see if we can get her.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, yay!
No, it's free technology. What can you say? All right, so she's talking about multiple niches here, and
Okay. Now, Lynn, right now, what are you doing to monetize this idea? Crap, you went out again.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Lynn, go up to the top of the address bar, and you can type, but go to the top address bar, and where there's a camera up there on the top on the right, see if you can click on that camera and make sure you've got the right audio on, because it does give you audio options there.
For some time, she has been there.
I mean, microphone options, yeah.
Okay, while she's doing that, let me throw out a couple of ideas.
Okay, good.
In dead air here. Lynn, whenever you get back, do pop in and we'll see if your voice comes through.
Yeah, well, go ahead. She's here. She just can't speak for whatever reason.
Talk, okay. What you can do to monetize that idea. I'm not sure what you're doing with these people once they come to your website, but I have the feeling you know a whole lot about this topic that you are not going to be able to tell them all in the website. One of the things, of course, you can always write an ebook and sell that. That's a given, and it's pretty well known. A couple of things that are less well known is that you can create lessons for people. There are special places on the internet, like Udemy, UDEMY, where you can sell your lessons as an individual person. You can build a series of lessons around a topic and sell that series. People sell those series for a few dollars, for a few $100s. There are some even higher. It depends on the sophistication of your topic and what the pocketbooks of your viewers can handle. but that's certainly a real thing that you can do. You could also develop a membership site for these people. Again, membership sites, I like them a lot. I'm developing a membership site myself. It brings together people, and a forum is usually part of the membership site in one way or another. It brings together like-minded people who need the same general type of information. They are there both to get information from you and to help each other. And it's a wonderful environment. It creates a community of people on the same track. And in your case, I think most of them would be non-competing. They wouldn't feel threatened by each other, but they would be able to help each other with new techniques they're trying out, new ways of getting donations, new projects they're working on, new things they've discovered in the industry. And it could be a very good forum for them. And I think in a nonprofit area, you'd probably want to keep the membership price fairly low. So you'd be looking for a broader number of members to really make it work. But you could also put your lessons in that membership site and either give them as part of the membership or as an adjunct to the membership, so the members get 20 to 50% off on the lesson series, whatever it is. What else could you do? I don't think there are many affiliate things. If you have special skills yourself in the nonprofit field, you can sell your services as a coach. And this may be how you've gotten so involved in the nonprofit field. As you're well aware, I'm sure, there are people who do specialized work in promoting in the nonprofit field to get donors in the nonprofit field. It's a huge specialty. Some of them make excellent money. If you
know, Marianne, Lynn is really an expert in public relations, and so she's done so much in that area, and you can clarify that if you want to type in, Lynn, but she's bringing so many difference makers together. As a matter of fact, I'm part of her Difference Makers Summit, which we are, she is doing 7 weeks of the Difference Makers Summit, which is a broadcast. We're doing that all on Hangouts, and it is free to people, but there's also an option to pay if you want to get all the goodies and bonuses that we're providing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that your ideas are really important for Lynn, because she's got all these tools and expertise, and you know, the membership side is something, Lynn, that you started but didn't go very far, did it?
Right. I think you could hear me now for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. Also great tips. It was the technology that got me halted a bit on the membership site. There's a lot to do, and the website, but I have done a lot of consulting for nonprofits, and I've done videos. So I think this is a great tool to teach nonprofits, because most people, I believe, still don't know about online interactive video shows and videos to be done economically to help them build their exposure.
Oh, absolutely. And the more you can take that skill and teach them, it's helping them, it's helping you, it's building your business. It's a win-win situation all the way around.
Right. So what you're saying is just focus on one market, and then the other you could talk to separately. Yeah.
You know, I think I would if I were you. When you've got, nonprofit is a huge area. And if you try spreading yourself too thin over all of that, you're going to get stressed. Real stressed.
I love the idea, knowing Lynn the way I do, I love the idea of her being a consultant for nonprofits. Yeah. Also helping them, because she's got a good awareness of how to use this live stream broadcasting in a way that can help them get the word out about what they're doing and the difference that they're making in the world in a way that isn't costly. Right, Lynn?
Right. And I think most people don't know about it. Certainly nonprofits are too stretched to start looking into technology. So,
you know, and that was crossing my mind too. You can teach them, that's one thing, but you can also be their point person in doing it. They're not going to have a whole big budget to hire a person to do this, but you can come in as a consultant from time to time as they need it and do it very nicely, very efficiently. And again, a very win-win situation because it will bring them more donors too.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your time, Marianne. I'm going to have to go. Virginia and I are on another blab today.
Yes, we are.
At 4 o'clock Central Time, 2 o'clock Pacific.
Right.
So
well, just before you go, take just a minute to share, because this is going to be recorded and it's going to be out there for people. Take just a minute, tell them a little bit about the Difference Maker Summit.
Oh, thank you. Very good thinking, Virginia. Marianne, Virginia is part of our summit. It's a 7-week series for all difference makers. So we're basically calling out to people who are passionate about making a positive impact in the world, and we're teaching them by giving them stories, tips, and strategies from thought leaders like Virginia. And each guest will be sharing their particular expertise with the audience. And then at the end of the 7 weeks, this whole series will be packaged into a product. We're letting the show be live for 2 days after the broadcast, and then it will be taken off public view. But what makes it really special is we are going above and beyond what other summits may do. You know, many summits do charge something. We are offering free bonuses for everyone who decides to register for the summit, and then added gifts for those people who decide to pay for the 7-part series at only $147 for 7 hours of content, plus bonus gifts and surprises.
Oh, wonderful.
We're going above and beyond. And we have some really exciting guests. Maybe you may have heard of some of the people. Teresa de Grosbois is the speaker after Virginia. She's an internationally recognized business expert on influence. And I have her book here. She is a 3 times bestseller. This is her newest book that just was released, Mass Influence. And she created the Evolutionary Business Council so that people all around the world can learn how to transform the world and make it a better place.
Wonderful.
And then just before Virginia, we had a speaker, Robert McPhee, and his business partner, Cheryl Volk, who were speaking about learning how to be happy through a new technology called Mind PT, Mind Power Technology. That's going to be on Oprah in a couple weeks.
Hey!
And we're all excited to see Virginia this Friday. Yes. We've had a number of people. I was just going to say that if you want to tune in, it's free, and you would just go to you can go to capital DMS for Difference Maker Summit -registration, lowercase, and you'll see all the programs and you can register. Virginia is going to be speaking. I don't want to give away everything, but she's going to be doing a blab today with me at 4 and speaking about Hangouts and live stream technology and how to be successful at it. And then we'll be getting another series. It'll be each week on Fridays, 12:30 to 1:30 Central Standard Time through October 30th.
Lynn,
so did we get anything else? I don't know.
Can you type that link into the comment section? Because
I'm going to
you have DMS-registration, but I don't know if it's .com or what it is.
It's a bit.ly, bit.ly, and this is DMS, all capitals, registration.
Oh, / okay.
And then if you want to go directly to the bonuses, just sign up with your name and type in bit.ly /DMS, all capitals, and then the word bonuses with a capital B. I would encourage everyone to come because you're going to learn some great content from some great people. And I get to be at the end of it with Virginia and Velan Hawkins and Roland Takaoka joining me, where we're going to be sharing knowledge and how you can use your story, your authentic story, to attract the perfect customers.
Yes. Wonderful. Sounds very exciting.
Yes, I'd love to invite you too as well, Marianne, and everyone listening. It's going to be it's a lot of fun, and what makes it special is we get to engage, just like right now, we get to engage with the audiences.
Yeah, it's a great vehicle for doing that, and that's why we're really out there using all these different live stream platforms, because they're such a great way to reach an extended audience, right? So we're not just on Google, we're not just on YouTube, but we are also over on Twitter with this platform. And as you know, before the show, we did a Periscope. So, we're rocking and rolling using this technology in ways that help people understand who you are so you can connect with your ideal peeps. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Exactly. Well, thank you so much. And I will be seeing you, Virginia, shortly at 4 o'clock. Mary Ann, if you want to pop in, I will send the Blab content. I think I just posted it in
Just posted
Google.
it, yeah.
But it's on blab.im, and you would look at 4 o'clock Central Time.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you
Thanks,
again.
Ann.
And keep up
Thank
the
you,
good
Ann.
work.
All
It's
right.
a pleasure.
See you later.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So, Mary Ann, final words and thoughts. I think you did such a good job over in the show about just doing it.
Final words. If we ran out of time, I actually had questions that a couple of my clients sent me.
Oh, go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead. We have time. Yeah, we have a few more minutes. So go
We
ahead.
have a few more minutes.
Yes.
Diana wrote me, and she said, what do I need to know before I can have a successful online business? I thought that was an excellent question. And for those just starting out, what I really recommend is that you learn the web, learn how to build a website. Even if your business isn't going to be website based, learn how to do it, learn the technology, learn the vocabulary, learn as much as you can. The basic technology is really key to it. Without that, you'll find yourself stumbling a whole lot. Get that comfort level behind you. Use that as your foundation before you start to build a website even. Just learn what they're about. Do a practice one. Pick a topic that you kind of enjoy and go do it and practice.
Well, do you recommend that they use something like the WordPress as a website platform? Or
I like WordPress a lot. That's where I have my website. I find it very easy to use, easy to learn. There are others that also work well. Weebly works well. Wix, W-I-X, works well. They're easy, but go out and try them. Learn about how to put text in, how images work, what you can and cannot do, how to link, what linking means, how to build a structure. Just have that knowledge in your grasp so that when you do start building your business, you won't have that to fumble over.
So do you recommend that they start with something as simple as a blog for their
Absolutely.
WordPress site?
Yes. That's what my website still is a WordPress blog. It's technically a blog. But there's a whole lot that you can do with the blog these days. Most people can't even tell the difference between a blog and a website because blogs are so versatile now. I can put up pages just like a regular website can, or I can put up blog posts, whichever. Mm-hmm. Very versatile, very strong.
All right. Now, what other questions did you have?
Another one that I had was... Vina, I liked her question very much. She said, I don't have a big expensive product. I just weave scarves. It doesn't seem to make sense for me to have a website. And for Vina, I say, you don't just make scarves. So many of us get into that mentality that we just do something, and you don't. Vina, without even seeing your scarves, I know that you create beautiful scarves that capture the tones and feelings of the woods or oceans or wherever it is that you live, that you create something that will make people feel beautiful wearing it. And once you can understand that that's what you're creating, then yes, you do have a real reason for a business. You have a reason to bring these people something beautiful into their lives. And sometimes you can work with another person in your geographical area or in your area of expertise, and together you can create a website. And sometimes that works, and you can cheer each other on and help each other learn more. But yes, you have a website. Making beautiful things for a beautiful world. And when you have your website up there, let me know, and I'll go look too. I love scarves, obviously.
You know what you're saying, Mary Ann, I think is a really important point. It is, what does your product, what does your offering, what does your passion provide for the people who seek it? So
Yes.
it's not just about the scarf. It is about the feelings of the scarf.
Absolutely.
The experience of having that particular type of handmade woven scarf, as you say, with beautiful colors that look like nature. You feel great in them. And so there is some part of a transformation that's provided by their clients or their purchasers actually experiencing the scarf.
Absolutely.
So you would speak to that on the website. You would speak to the feelings they would have when they wrap it around, or how it might be just for keeping them warm, or it might be a fashion statement.
Yes.
There's so many ways that people wear scarves right now, and scarves are very popular. They're very in as far as fashion is concerned.
Right.
So they would also have, or she would also have the opportunity to demonstrate and show all the different ways that the scarf could be worn.
Yes. And all the things that scarves go with. This could be part of her monetization. I'm not sure what type of scarves they are, but you say, they could very well be for warmth. She can also bring in affiliate sales for sweaters that match her scarves. It would be a beautiful sale. Someone would buy from an affiliate somewhere else, the sweater or mittens or whatever, and she could sell the scarf that would go with it. Yeah. Just a beautiful business.
Yeah, I love it. So good ideas. Do you have any other questions you wanted to answer?
There was one other that really caught my attention because I've asked this so often and I don't have a simple answer. It's how much money can I make online?
Well, that's a big question.
Oh, yeah, that's a loaded question. That was from Becca. Becca, well, you can go bankrupt or you can make bundles and every place in between. And I think it all starts with what Virginia was saying about the 3 F's. You've got to find your dream. You've got to learn to fail and learn from that failure and focus on your followers. And when you do that, you can make a good living. And there are ways of making a phenomenal living. Not a lot of people do. It takes a lot of time, dedication, and energy to do it. But there are ways to do it. And I will share that the one business that I made the most money at the fastest was a coaching website. And I told in the beginning about this guy who owned this forum who tagged me and said, okay, you're going to be the guru for our niches and monetization. Well, I had people starting to ask me to coach them at that point. And there was such a good feeling. So I did begin a formal coaching one-on-one business. And honestly, in the first month, I was making a strong 5-figure income in 1 month. The business plan website I had did not do that ever, but the coaching website did. It could have made more if I was willing to work more than my 12 hours a day. The potential was there. So it depends, what have you got to offer? How much are you willing to put into it? And how much are you willing to learn and adapt as you go along? Yeah, the potential is there. So go for it.
Now, Marianne, how can people reach you? I've already posted your book so that if someone wants to read your book. And as a matter of fact, I'll bring it up here on the XSplit camera as well. So people can see the address is hmtips.com/her-biz-ebook.
Virginia, the HM is cut off in the URL at the bottom.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
So let's see if we can make it a little smaller. Move it over here.
So people can get there. If they get the book, they will have links to my website, which is Her Biz Now. And on the website, I have contact forms. You're also welcome to contact me, Marianne, at herbiznow.com.
Okay, and that's Marianne. As you can see, Marianne is spelled Maryann.
Correct.
At herbiznow.com.
Right.
Great, and you can type that in below as well.
Let me see if this, that's it. I don't want to tweet. Oh, there's something, type something.
Yeah, over on the right-hand side, you can type it in. And that'll give you some experience with it as well.
Yeah, Her Biz Now. There
you go.
Hey.
See? So and at the same time, so now, Marianne, I'm going to stop the broadcast right now and thank everybody who watches this in replay mode,
yes.
and for those of you that stopped by during the live broadcast. Thank you for being here today and asking some great questions. Thank you, Lynn, for being here, and thank you for all my peeps over on Google Plus for joining us over there, because you really did provide gems of information and tips that people can start using to make their business successful. So I am going